What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right, guys, welcome to Planter Garden TV. And Planter Garden TV is live right at this moment, going on in his garden. What we're trying to do here now, we're just trying to harvest. There's so much to harvest that we're just trying to harvest and store our food. You know what I'm saying? Guys, if you have any question, you can always leave question in my comment section, and you can always talk to me about your garden. Talk to me about what's going on with your garden. If you plant a new plant and you want to share it with me, share it with me. All right, because I'm a gardener and I want to interact with my audience. Hey Fifi, what's up, man? Yes, I want to interact with the audience, so this is why I do live, to basically have an interaction with the people, and not just to just show them, but at least to able to be around and seeing directly in my garden. Still have lots of food to harvest, still have so many things to harvest, food like food, still have a bunch of edibles to harvest, still have ginger to harvest, still have pepper to harvest. Man, I'm just doing my thing. All right. So now, let me just harvest this turmeric right here. I'm harvesting turmeric at this time, guys. I'm giving you this live. I'm giving you this live, man. Now, oh, okay. Nice little patch of turmeric. Giving this to you live, guys. Giving this to you live. And by the way, you might not understand, but you see these roots? These roots. I'm going to be using these roots and boil them as well. Just like how I'm going to be using the turmeric right here. So just like this, guys, live from Planter Garden TV, I'm harvesting turmeric right now. We also have, down in this area here, we have some ginger. I mean, there's no need to keep them anymore. I know this look young, but there's no need to keep them anymore because the winter is definitely here. So I'm just doing the last lap in my garden, trying to harvest everything. Yes, my garden is full of food, full of food, always full of food. So this is ginger I'm still harvesting here right at this moment, as you see. Nice little ginger harvest. Yeah. So I'm basically going through now and try to harvest as much as I can. You see, all these are young ginger, but they, they plant since early up this year, so definitely I know they mature enough. You see, just like that. This is a pepper tree that I'm can't wait for it to start changing the color. I had one ripe one from it, but I'm still waiting for the rest to come in. This is a pepper that's so strange, and I just want to get the color. Can't wait for them to start ripening. Okay. So as we see over here again, this is more ginger right here. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is live from Planter Garden TV, man. I'm giving it raw to you guys, raw. Giving you guys the ins and out of gardening. I'm showing you guys everything about gardening. I'm showing you guys the progress. I show you guys how I plant. I show you guys how I take care of everything. And Just pay attention to the soil too, man. Yeah, still harvesting ginger. After all that ginger I harvested the other day, still harvesting ginger, nice fresh ginger. So this garden is always full of food, always. And this, I already harvest some nice turmeric here as well. These are a bunch of turmeric I harvest here. So that's it right there. Okay, still have ginger to, still have a lot of ginger to harvest. Still have plenty ginger. Look right here. This is live from Planter Garden TV, man. Giving you guys raw. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to leave them anymore. That's the thing. There's really no need to leave them because the time, the frost is coming right here. So with it, leaving them, it don't make sense. You better harvest and try put them to dry. Make sure. Yes, thank you. Yes, guys, don't forget to like this video, man. This is real thing I'm giving you here. Yeah. Still have a bunch of ginger over here as well. Let me take them out one time. You see the soil, guys? The soil is just nice and soft and beautiful, man. And why I'm trying to harvest now too, I'm getting ready to work on my soil. So I gotta get all this ginger, all this turmeric out of here that I can get room. You see, these are mustard greens just growing up there. That's mustard greens just growing up from seeds. Okay, so let's come over here. Still harvesting ginger, guys. We ain't finished yet. And you know, I'm trying to leave back a few pieces in case, because you never know, man. The winter mightn't be too bad and you might get lucky where they want to come back. So leaving a few pieces in the ground, I don't think you're going to lose anything. That's a nice little root right there. That's what I'm saying. You see, guys, this is the thing, man. I try to encourage people to actually grow food. And I don't just encourage people to grow food, I'm actually growing it. You see what I'm saying? I'm actually growing the food. I'm excited to let everyone do the same and grow their food. It ain't got to be on a big scale, it could be on a small scale, but at the same time, you're able to harvest something. Look at this morning. We in November. We in the middle of November, and after all the harvest I did this year, hey John Stewart, after all the harvest I did this year, I'm still harvesting. And this is what I just tell people. The way I grow food and the type of food I grow, I do not. You know, my garden just produce right down to the frost. Right down to the frost. Nice. So just like that this morning, I've harvested a couple pounds of ginger. Good morning, Jones Truth. Just like that, guys, I harvest a couple pounds of ginger. Just like that. Just like that. And also a couple pounds of turmeric as well. So we still have more ginger here. Yeah. I'm getting everything out the ground because I'm getting ready to start working on my soil. Even though you could look at the soil and you could see how healthy the soil looking, you could see the softness of the soil, and I still got to put in work on the soil because these plants has feed from the soil for through the whole year. So seeing the plant feed from the soil, you have to give back the soil. You got to help the soil. Okay, so this is why I'm gonna be adding all these type of leaf that you see dropping from the ground. I'm gonna be harvesting all of them and put them in my raised bed, and I'm gonna just add a few soil on top of them and just leave them for the spring. So let's get into this area here now, and let's, sorry there guys. All right, so let's get in this area and harvest down inside here that ginger and that turmeric. All right, small piece of turmeric, but better than nothing. Better than nothing. Okay, so we have turmeric, we have ginger. Let me go down here and dig out. This is one of my favorite tools in this garden. My favorite. Okay, so this is it right here, guys. Guys, let me know if the video is buffing. Let me know if you guys see, and if you see it, please press 1 and let me know. You see? Look here, guys. Look here. All right, good. You see, just like that. Just like that. Look at my harvest. I harvest turmeric. I harvest a bunch of ginger. Just like that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to show you guys, once you put in the work, and yes, I know I put in a lot of hard work inside this place, I know that, but the result, man, the result is amazing. Let me show you these, and this is what I'm trying to show you guys as well. These plants right here, this is, oh gosh, we call this again? Mustard greens. I think this is a mustard greens, right? But watch. I plant this from seed last year. This is last year I plant this from seed. And I harvest from it all through the spring. Right? But look at it now. Look how it's fresh and green and beautiful, and we in the fall. So most of these plants come back. Sometimes all you got to do is clip off their top and leave them, and they come right back. Look, we have celery. This is celery we have here coming up as well, even though the plant still last spring. Let me pull up this root of ginger here. All right, you see what I'm saying? And there we have a next root of ginger right here as well. So let me take it up. All right. So, and we have a turmeric down here. Let me take up this turmeric. Oh, this one pop. Yeah, this one pop. But it's alright. Let's stay down inside here. But just like this, guys, just like this, I have come just like this, spend a little time, and look at my harvest right here. Look at my harvest with the ginger. All this is ginger, and over here is turmeric. Okay? I'm gonna go down to the bottom, and I'm gonna show you guys something. You see, still have nice, beautiful kale. These kale come from since last winter, and they're still here. You know, we still have bell pepper. Even I have a video to post with a bell pepper harvest. It's it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, all these is peppers, still here to harvest. All these is cayenne pepper. So much of them still to harvest. These okra, I leave them for seed, so all this gonna be seed, which is a very smart thing to do. You can't eat your whole crop. You gotta make sure you leave something back. You see all this is mustard green. I think mustard green, yes. Aruga. Either mustard green or aruga. Okay, let me know. I'm in the bottom, guys. So let me know if you seeing. Press 1, let me know if you seeing. Or let me go back to the top. But right now, I'm in the bottom. Please press 1. Let me know if you're seeing or if you're hearing. All right. Looks like a kale variety. It's one of them. I can't remember exactly which one. But you see how beautiful they come back? And they was in the spring. I plant them. A matter of fact, in the winter. Okay, so as you see going on here, guys, I have these pumpkin, and the weather has, you know, you see what the weather has done, but the vines still green. There's still indication there's life into it. Look at this one. All right, good. Look at this one. I even have tomato growing up. You see tomato growing. Look, you see? This is another one right here. Okay, so let me go and show you guys again. So even though I had that massive frost, I still able to have these pumpkin, and look at the vines them. The vines them is pretty green. So this definitely telling you that you could leave the pumpkin for a little more. You see? You have pumpkin growing here. All this is pumpkin. And I'm telling you, see these pumpkin, they're solid. Yeah, man, these pumpkin is solid. These pumpkin will hit 10 pounds with ease. And I'm talking about a smaller one. You see what's going on here? I have something messing with my pumpkin, you see? But this is life. This is life. And you know what I'm saying? At least they went for the smallest one. They didn't went for the big one. They went for the smallest one. And if you see here again, they already start chipping on this one. So guys, I don't know. Seems like I will have to do a harvest before I won. Yes. Oh, those pumpkin are still going strong. Yes, the frost did nothing to them. The frost did nothing to them. But for what I'm seeing, we have visitors and the chipping and the small one. They didn't went for the big one. They went for the small one. So I might have to do a harvest before before I lose my pumpkin then. You see this one? Look at this one. The vines is still strong and green. So this, you don't really want to harvest these things. Look at them. And they're so solid, man. So what I'm saying, guys, is so much. It have like about 20 something pumpkin. All down inside there, there's pumpkin. It's about 20 something pumpkins right now to harvest. And at the same time, if you notice, even the frost has passed, they still have flowers pushing out, you see? Hey, pescatarian garden, how you doing? Yes, it's still pushing out flowers. And look, we have a nice one coming here too. This is a nice young one. See, something like you try to push your teeth inside of it. Yeah. So guys, this is what I'm talking about. And we in November right now. We in November. But at the end of the day, the garden season here ain't over yet. Still harvesting. Still have tons of pepper to harvest. Let me show you over here where I have more food coming up. In this area here, this is food like crazy right here. In this area, this is Tanya. This is a plant almost like Edo. They all produce another ground. So this is another harvest I have here to do. All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and share, guys. This is live from the garden. I'm giving you the ins and outs. I'm showing you what's going on. I'm showing you how much food I still got to harvest, even though we in November. These are some big root of Tanya, which we know we're gonna get a nice, nice meal from up inside here. We're gonna get a nice meal from up inside here, you see? Yeah. And my peach somehow or the other start pushing out bud. This is my peach, and as you see, it start pushing out bud, and we in over here. This is where we call peanuts. And I'm gonna show you, let me get the shovel, and I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you a harvest from my peanut. I'm gonna show you. If you never see peanut harvest live before, harvest before, look at here. Let me show you. So this is peanut, right? This is actually peanut we're dealing with here. As you see, the leaf them start drying, so I'm gonna show you how peanut look. If you haven't seen peanut harvest before, guys, I'm giving it to you. All right, this is what you call peanut. You see, this is peanut, guys. This is a root of peanut. This is a root of peanut. You see, this is actually peanuts. Peanuts I'm showing you right there. So if you haven't seen this before, live, you cannot say. After today, you cannot say that no more. You see, look more again. This is more peanut here again. And I harvested a few of them the other day, and oh my goodness, they're so tasty. They're so tasty. Yeah, remind you back home, right? Harvesting peanuts, yes. So guys, I'm not gonna carry this video too long, but I know this is classic I give you here this morning. Classic, come out and show you live in November. So all that's peanut right there. I show you live in November. Peanut harvest, turmeric, ginger, and so much more. these okra, these is okra seed, all these pads is okra, which I'm gonna be getting ready to pick and save in a minute. Over here, look, we have more ginger to harvest. This is more ginger. And over here, this is food right here again. This is actually Tanya. This is Tanya, which is food again. I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna show you guys something. You see this whole area here? All this area you seeing right here. You see all this? All this already planted down with food already. You see what I'm saying? This, all what you see in here, full with food right now. That already planted. That's gonna be coming back in the spring, which is Tanya. How do you know? Well, the honest truth is the leaf does start turning yellowish. The leaf does start turning yellowish, and that kind of gives you an indication that's the basically ready. Where do you have them? If the leaf is still green, and especially if you're able to take them indoors, you should just, keep them until you see the leaves start. But if you're outdoors and you're dealing with the frost, I mean, you just have no choice but to just harvest. You know what I mean? Once you see the frost is, almost at hand. Okay, but usually when the leaf is start shrinking, start fading, it kind of gives you an indication that the ginger is ready. But this is what I do, guys. So now I have a bunch of food already planted. I have edos. Or you have it in a greenhouse, okay, just leave it until you see the leaves start fading, then you could harvest them. You see, so yeah, so this is food I already have prepared in this area. Okay? Food. So even though next year I get up and I say, I'm not planting anything, I have food already in the ground. You see what I'm saying? Over here, over here, we have this whole patch is edos. That's got to be harvest. This whole area here full with edos. I ain't even harvest this area yet. But this whole area here is full with edos. Okay? Now, you see this log here? I'm going to use this log and build a raised bed. Meaning I'm going to use the log as a barricade, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pack it with leaf and just leave it for the spring, add some soil on it, and that will be an area for me to plant some nice herbs. So you see it? It already start breaking down. So there's a lot, man. Over here again, if you see, this is what's going on. Right now, this is November, and this is a moringa plant. And my goal is not to take this moringa plant inside. So if you see what I start doing, I put some blocks around it, and I start packing dry leaf from the bottom come right up. Because one thing we got to understand, the root of the plant is what's important. So if you're able to cover the root in a nice, proper way to secure the root, you stand a chance of this plant coming back. So I already know all the leaves gonna dry off. I already know that. But what I'm doing, I'm trying to actually keeping the root leaf alive. And all the frost it went through, it's still looking green. You know why? The root is well insulated. So I'm just trying and just looking just to see what could happen. Down here again, let me show you again. In this little area here, we have an avocado tree. This is an avocado tree, and as far as we see so far, the avocado tree is looking as green and healthy as ever. It even pushing nice fresh green leaf. at this time. So, there's avocado that's cold hardy. I'm not sure if this is a cold hardy, but if you notice what I'm doing, I'm protecting the root, which is the most important thing. That's where the life is, in the root. So if you can keep the root warm enough, you stand a chance of this plant coming back in the spring, because I got to see. So I'm basically trying to see if it's gonna actually work. Yes. I'm here, man, and as you see, the frost is start penetrating now, and the banana trees them start pushing off their leaf. So it's still so much to harvest, it's still so much food in the ground, and I'm just enjoying it. And this is what I do. I garden to feed me and my family, not just to garden because I could plant a few things. I garden in a form of feeding me and my family. You see my banana tree, them already start, their leaves start, fading. All right, so guys, as always, man, I just want to thank each and every one. Guys, if you guys have any question, don't feel free to ask any question. And don't forget, I go live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys can always check me there, because we talk a lot about gardening, we talk a lot about prepping, we talk a lot about different things. And we will happy to have you all there join with us and share your garden experience with us. Share your garden experience while we sharing our garden experience, so we all can learn from each other. We prep ourselves for the next year. So the next year we get better. It's important for us to share these information and learn from these information. Don't be scared because you might go and something and it ain't do well. Ask question, and I'm open to answer question to the best of my ability. If I don't know, I say I don't know. But if I can answer and help you guys, I'm here to help. Because I want to see everybody with a successful garden. I want to see everybody able to feed their family from their backyard. I also want people to learn. And don't forget about the Herb Garden Challenge we have coming up. Guys, you don't want to miss out on this. This is history. You want to be a part of history? You want to be a part of something so important? Please join us. We welcome each and every one of you, all right? I'm going to show you something how I also try to protect my plants. No, this is a pigeon peas, as you see right here. This is a pigeon peas, and it's still looking green. This is our next one here. So it's two of them in this area. What I'm doing, I'm actually protecting their root. So in the spring, they stand a chance of still living and able to bounce back. You see, if you don't try, how would you know? You see? And I'm trying in different forms. Which one works, that's what I will continue doing. I also have one in this container here, in this box. Let me see. Let me see how it's looking. All right, it still have some life. It's still green. So it still have life. So yes, I remove that piece of leaf so it can get some air. When the freeze come along, I'm gonna cover them for a few days until the freeze left. Then after the freeze left, I give them, because you gotta give them air. You surely gotta give them air. This is the next one I have right here, which I now open up. Okay, looking green. So that's wonderful. So you give them air. So when you see another frost coming, you kind of cover it up. You have to save the root. The root is what you got to save. In this bag again, you see, I use a plastic bag. I use a plastic bag and I stuff it with leaf and I cover them. So I'm just trying to see which remedy works. Oh, you are putting in the work with those peas. I hope they survive. Yep, I'm putting in the work, man. I'm trying, man. This is the thing about me, man. I ain't got time to waste time and just talk a bag of thing and no action. I actually put in the work to get it done. Look, it still have. Let me show you how much pigeon peas I still have. This is one. And if you notice this one, you're gonna see it push a new leaf in this type of weather. You see? It's pushing new leaf. It have the bud, but it in. They still green. They still standing. But I know after the so this is two. That's one. That's two. I still have to walk on. This is three. This is four, and that's five over there. Down here, I still have a small one down here, and this small one is doing wonderful. It's doing really good. It's almost ready to open up the bud. I was thinking about digging it out and put it in the container and put it inside, but I'm not going through that. You see, in this type of weather, they're still pushing fresh leaf. Still pushing fresh leaf. Yes, guys. So, oh, let me show you the amount of shishu seed I have coming. Watch. All this is shishu seed. You see? All this is shishu. I don't know why I ain't pick them and put them in a bag. These things hold so much seed is unbelievable. But all this is shishu seed. Okay? And let me show you guys something as well. Let me show you guys something. And this is why, you know, this is why knowledge will always increase. But how knowledge gonna increase is if you try things. Look what's going on here. This is one of my cabbage I have is a few months back. But I'm gonna show you something here. And this is 40. This is 40, guys. Look what's going on here with this cabbage. No, this is one head of cabbage right here that I have harvest. But no, it push out different heads. You see? Look right down in here. That's one head pushing out there. Look here again. Look over here. This is another head push out right there. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Over here, this is another cabbage pushing out over there. And down inside here, we have another cabbage. So no, no, I don't know if you guys don't want to see what I'm talking about here. From one cabbage, this thing push out different cabbage. Watch. This is one cabbage by itself. This is a next one. This one over here is a next one. Let me show you inside. You see, watch. This is one cabbage. This is a next one. This is one coming up in here. And this is the next one. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing is actually pushing out 4 different cabbage from one plant. This is some amazing stuff right here. And I'm going to show you the same thing over here again. I'm going to show you the same thing over here again. Watch here. Cabbage. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. 3 head. I don't know if you guys see what I'm talking about here, man. I hope you see it. If you see and press 1, let me go over this again. These are cabbage I plant last winter, spring, early spring. That's what I'm saying. These cabbage, I plant them is early spring. Produce some nice head of cabbage. Beautiful head of cabbage. What I did, I harvest out the cabbage and I leave I just leave them. And what happened? Look, this is one cabbage by itself. This is two. This is three. So I got to put in some work with these cabbage because I got to show the result. This is amazing. And watch, guys, you see all this is still kale from last spring. Looking beautiful. And I could harvest and have a nice salad right there. Same thing here again. Same thing here again. Look, we have one coming up in there. And down here, it have another head by itself. So that's three cabbage. And now show you with the same thing. Okay, so this one, well, this one now pushing up. So let's leave this one. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna see. Let me pull out these old leaf. And let's see what's gonna happen with these cabbage. Now I gotta mold them up, clean up their roots. Okay, there's some up here. Let me see what's going on with them up here. Let me see, I have a few up here. I know. Well, this one, as you see this one, same thing with this one. Same thing, you see? This one, and then by the side, it have a next one right there. Same thing. Well, this one now start. Okay, so basically I show you at least five cabbage that restart from old cabbage. And you could see, let me show you. Old root, you see? You seeing is old root. This is old root. This ain't no new cabbage as you can see. I'm showing you clearly. This is old root of cabbage, regenerate themselves and start pushing out their own cabbage. You know, this is a really good breed of cabbage to have. You know, this is a really good breed of cabbage to have because it regenerate and come back. Now, you could, these young leaf is leaf you could even cook. You see like how they're young? You could cook these leaves like spinach, like collard greens. But this is the magic. I keep telling people, I don't see magic. You know what I'm saying? In my garden, the kind of stuff I just be seeing in my garden is just amazing. It's just astonishing. Many things. Now I'm recording, so now you could see for yourself. But there's things I didn't record, which I should. But this is something here. This is a good breed of cabbage to have because you could plant it in the spring and you harvest all this summer, and then in the fall, what it do? It push back. But what might happen, what I believe might happen, I believe they're gonna turn seed. I do believe that. Because when I plant cabbage in the fall, what happened? They does bolt. But guess what? This year I'm not pulling them up. I'm gonna allow them to, if they do bolt, I'm gonna keep them and I'm gonna keep their seeds. You see what I'm saying? Because this is an interesting plant, man. This is interesting. So yes, a lot of miracles happening in your garden, guys. You just got to open up to them. And here, if you notice here, this is my monkey pepper. And as you see, I don't even want to touch these pepper. But as you see, the frost has come and take off all the leaf. All the leaf, but the pepper still there doing their thing. You see what I'm saying? So this is monkey pepper. I'm just allowing them to ripen a little bit. I guess before the frost, before the heavy frost, I'm gonna come back in the garden and there's still so much to harvest. There's kale, there's peanuts, there's peppers, there's edibles, there's still more ginger, there's tanya, there's pumpkin, there's bell pepper, there's cayenne pepper. So much, and we in. November. So this is what I'm saying, guys. I don't play when come and growing food, and I study. I study my plants, and like I always mention, I study every plant that I put in the ground. I study all of them. I do my own research on every plant I put in the ground. So I will always know because every year I'm going to learn more about them and know exactly what to do and know exactly what not to do. You know how much to take care of them, know when to leave them alone and let them just do their thing. Because the honest truth is, plants don't like when you bother them. Sometimes, sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. You just want to relax and just live your life. It's the same thing with plants at times. So sometimes we got to know when to say, okay, let's just leave these plants alone and let them do their thing. This is why it's so important to get in the soil. Get your soil going and take care of your plants while they're young. So when they hit these age, you ain't got much to do. And you just allow them to do their thing. You see, we still have ginger up in here. We still have turmeric. All you get was frost. You know why you only get frost? Flowers, because I think the weather this year. Because if you notice, at this time, I would have already harvest all my monkey pepper already. But look at this time, they still ain't even ripe as yet. Look at another tree right here. This is another tree. There's three of them I plant. I really didn't want to plant much because this is a next one right here. But the frost has hit them so hard, it take off all the leaf. So right now, guys, what I'm doing right now, what I'm really doing right now is actually harvesting. Try to get everything out the ground and then all these leaves. Let me show you. I do put a lot of manual work in my garden, and it pays off, right? Because look what I'm gonna be doing. All these leaves that drop from all the trees, I'm gonna be raking them up, right? I'm gonna be raking them up, and all these tree trunk and all thing, and all these grass you see here, I'm gonna be taking up all these grass, and what I do, I take them and I take them in my compost, my raised bed. You see, so all these leaf, oak leaf and maple leaf that you see on the ground here, and all these grass that you see here is actually going in my raised bed, or some of them might just go in my compost pile right here. I have a small compost pile here, so some of them gonna go here and the rest gonna be in the raised bed. But guys, it was a pleasure being here this morning and able to share this life with you guys, share this life with my audience. I hope this life has motivated someone. I hope this life can get somebody, another person in the garden. I hope this life can make someone say, let me get into the garden and start growing something. So as always, man, I just want to say thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Fifi. Thank you, Jones True. Thank you, Presbyterian Garden. Everyone who come in here today. Thank you all so much. It's a video. It's an organic garden, so you ain't gonna see nothing fancy. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. All I'm trying to do, grow some food, grow some healthy food. That's what I'm trying to do. Healthy looking food, and that's it. But like I said again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit the like button before you go out. Thank you guys. Peace and love.